Hello and welcome to Thursdays with Annette. I'm so glad you joined me today because today is going to be epic. That's right, because we're going to make 3 recipes. That's right, 3. And they're super quick, super easy, so get excited. But before we get into it, well, okay, I'll tell you what we're making because you know you want to make it. So this is what we're doing. In book 1, we are going to make today nachos. Now, last Tuesday, I did the Pizza Supreme. So if you missed that, scroll down and find it because it's fabulous. Oh, we had them for dinner that night. They were amazing. But we're going to make nachos today. And normally that would be so high in fat. I'll talk about it later. But what we're making is we're going to make the corn chips. We're going to make our own corn chips, which are in this book. We're going to make the nachos then, and then we're going to make my simple sour cream to go on top. So it's all happening today. But before we get into that, let's talk about the winners from last week's show where it was the spicy apricot lamb casserole. It's winter. We want that nurturing food. It's out of book 3, and the 3 lucky winners were Lynn Vincent, Leonie Casey, and Jennifer Nellis. So, but before we get into this, I've got to talk about what's happening on Monday. Yes, drum roll please. We're starting a new 6-week winter weight loss challenge. It's going to be amazing, so please join me. It starts Monday. It'll include daily menu plans, which have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. It's all there for you. You get direct access to me via email, so you can ask me any questions you have. I mean, that's what mentors are for, aren't they? And I've done and I'm doing some inspirational videos for you. A weekly cooking class that's just for the members, and I've got 3 unpublished recipes to share with them. So you need to be a part of that. There's so much more. But if you really need support, motivation, and help to lose those kilos, then come on board with me on Monday it starts. So join now at simplytoogood.com.au/membership. Remember, it's the one to do it with. Everyone has so much success on it, or nearly everyone anyway. So let's talk about nachos. That's right. So what we've got here for this recipe is we need 1/2 cup or 100 grams of that Heart Smart beef mince. So it's the leanest you can buy. We've got 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and it's the no added salt. Same with the crushed tomatoes. It's the no added salt crushed tomatoes. We need 1 cup of that. We're going to put 1/8 of a teaspoon of chili because it only serves 2 this recipe, but if you like hot, then you go for it. If you don't want any heat in it, then don't put the chili in. We're also going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of fresh garlic, or the crushed garlic, so if you want to use fresh you can. I'm also going to be using my rice bran spray because I'm using my Neoflam pan today. And I've also got to top it the reduced fat cheese, and it's either 2/3 of a cup grated or 65 grams. But also what we've got is the base. You know, this is what we're going to be using to cut up and make the corn chips with, and it's the Lebanese bread. So I'll show you all about that. So sit back, relax, and get ready because we start cooking straight away. That's right. So we're going to make the sauce. Thanks for joining me today. If you've just tuned in, I'm making nachos, and it is so much lower in fat than traditional nachos. For example, you know, my way is 11.2, right, per serve. If you do the normal nachos that you have out with the corn chips and the fatty meat and the loads of cheese and sour cream and avocado and all that sort of stuff, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're looking at it like probably 40 to 60 grams of fat. Easy, yeah. So it's really not what a healthy person can really afford to have very often. But we make nachos all the time at home, and this is how we do it. So we're going to be using, you know, like the low-fat cheese, the lean mince, you know, and as I said, I'm going to show you how to make my simple sour cream in a minute. So it's all happening today. So what we do first is we brown off the mince. Now, if you are making it straight up, then it's fantastic because the sauce will be hot. But if you wanted to, you could make up the sauce, put it in the fridge and get it out for dinner, and you know, heat it up before you put it on on your corn chips. All right, so now we're going to throw in 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting to be cooking this for you today, because most times when you're thinking low fat and healthy, you can't seem to say nachos at the same time, can you? No, you can't. We want 1/8 of a teaspoon of chili. Right down there. I might put it in with the tomato. And so this sauce is really easy to make, because basically it's garlic, mince, chili, crushed tomatoes in the jar. It's 1 cup, and then just the 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, the no added salt. And please remember that we're talking 15 ml serve spoons. So there is our nacho sauce. Yes, I mean, that wasn't hard to do, was it? So let's keep going, because as I say, there's one of the recipes. Next, let's move this over. I'll turn this down a little bit. So we're just going to cook that for a couple of minutes. Let's push it to the side, and we're going to make the corn chips. All right, so let me get my tray here. Whoops. Get one of the bases of the, as you can see, that's the thing here, right? Lebanese. I just want you to get the right one, okay? Let me just, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Let me just turn that down. Okay, now get your sharp knife, and what you do to make the the nachos, you know, or the corn chips I should call them, spray. Now cut it in half, right? And then cut it again. And this one as well. Okay, now what you do is you cut them into the shapes of corn chips. I know, is this fun? Let me turn that. So all you have to do is cut them like this. Now I've got to tell you that when I was losing my weight, I found this a great afternoon snack, because I love crunch. And so I would just get a handful of these. Sometimes I'd put seasonings on them, like, you know, the garlic pepper and things like that, just for a bit of variety, a little bit of, you know, Moroccan seasoning or something. It's up to you. But I would grab a handful of them, and they would just get me through till dinner time. So they really were a great help when I was losing my weight. So there is the serve that we get. So there it is. Now you spray it over. And you would then put that in the oven, and at 190 degrees. I'm just going to put it over here because I'm going to actually turn my grill on. But you would bake them first before you actually do your recipe here, okay? And so then what we do is we put them, once they're cooked, I've already done some ahead, I know. I thought ahead, and here they are. This is them done, crispy, golden and fabulous. So let's just put them on the plate. Okay, in my soapy sink. So what you do is you spread them out. I tend to kind of put a little bit of a hole in the middle, just for the meat, a little bit. Yeah? Oh, yum! And now what we do is we put the sauce over the corn chips. I kind of look at, you know, go down halfway so everyone gets their helping. This is a great entree. An easy Friday night or Saturday night dinner. Yes, thank you. In my belly. Look at that. Okay, now goes the cheese, which is very important when it comes to nachos. And I'll tell you how to do it vegetarian in a minute. The meat is beef mince, and it's someone just asked, Bill was asking me, it's the beef mince, the Heart Smart. All right, so what are we going to do? Under the grill. All right. So it goes under the grill. Hopefully I can watch that all right, and we'll be able to see the finished product. So are you ready for recipe 3? Yes, all righty. So we're now going to make the nachos. People want to know what recipe. Nachos is in book 1. The corn chips are in book 1. So here we go. Book 1. And they're all together. So there is the corn chips that I just cut up, and you just put them in the oven and bake them. And let me just show you what I've done as well. Yes, what did I do with the rest of them? I've made up some ahead. That's right, I made the whole bag, and I've got them ready for the family to snack on. So I'll just put them over there. Yum! Okay, so that's the corn chips. Really good with salsa. Really good. Then there was the pizza that we did with the kebab bread or Lebanese bread on Tuesday, and today this is the nachos. But I thought you might want to put some sour cream on it. Yes? Let me check it. How's it going? It's doing well. All right, so quickly, let's make the sour cream. If you want to make it vegetarian, I'll tell you about that in a sec. So what I've got is I've done a half a batch. It's 250 grams of the low-fat cottage cheese and a tablespoon of lemon juice. That's it. Now you get your stick blender, or you could use your food processor, and blend it till it's smooth and comes up like sour cream. You can make this also, this is out of book 3, but you can also make it sweet cream, and you just put the cottage cheese, sugar, a little sugar and a little bit of vanilla essence. How are they going? It's looking good. So we've got the sour cream, and I think you don't feel like you're missing out then, because sour cream is way high in fat. Yes, it is. The corn chips, Catherine wants to know how long they last. They actually last for a long time, at least a month or 2, because what happened is I found some not long ago that I forgot I'd had, and they were stuck at the back. So, and they were still fresh and fabulous. Let's have a look. Oh, I think we are ready. Oh my gosh. Now you could, if you wanted to, put in here, when I was doing it, you could have actually added some maybe little chopped up bits of capsicum or fresh tomato. For vegetarians, you don't do the meat. What you do is you replace it, and I've got it in here. It tells you how to do it, and you replace it with 3/4 cup of kidney beans, drained and washed. I really like it with the black beans. I find kidney beans are a bit harsh on my belly, so 3/4 cup of black beans is even better. Now you can also add avocado to it. Now just to let you know, and I say this in the recipe, that 30 grams, which is 1/8 of an average avocado, is 7 grams of fat. So this is where you can see things really add up. And if you want to use the reduced fat sour cream, for 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, not much, it's 4.2 grams of fat extra. But my one is only 0.6. Yes, 0.6 for my simple sour cream. I wonder if I can quenelle it. Oh, I've been watching too much of MasterChef. There you go. Oh yes, people, there is guilt-free nachos. Can I hold it? No, it's hot. Just be careful though, because it will be hot. So there is nachos for 2. Down the middle, make sure that you get your share, and it's only 11.2 grams of fat, and compared to what is very, very high in fat. And the main fat's coming from all the cheese that goes on the top. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to give away. Yes, we are. If you'd like to win a cookbook, if you want book 1 that's got lots of goodies in it, you can just go down into the thing and like and share where you are in the Facebook page, and then in the comments write hashtag simply too good, simply with a Y, number 2 good in the comments, and I'll pick 3 people. Now, there's some more things I've got to talk about before we finish up. Don't forget the mentoring program, www.simplytoogood.com.au/membership. Starts on Monday. But next week, next Tuesday, will be my last Tuesday with Annette. I'll be here on Thursday, so don't panic. Don't panic. But I have a new project we've just started. You are going to just be so excited when you find out what it is. I need more time. So Tuesday, unfortunately, is finishing next week. The last cook-off will be the creamy tuna bake out of book 4. It's also in Cooking 102. I thought that'd be a nice one for you to have. Actually, no. That's next Thursday. Let me get it right. Next Thursday, I'm doing the creamy tuna bake because I thought it'd be great for lunches. People were saying to me, what can I take to work for lunch? You know, I don't want a sandwich. Fantastic idea. But next Tuesday, I'm going to do an unpublished recipe. It's one that's from the mentoring program because this is what I do. I do different recipes for them. And in the menu plan that they're getting this time for the Winter Challenge, there's 3 unpublished recipes they're getting. Yes. But this one that I'm making for you next Tuesday, you'll have to get the recipe from the website, get the ingredients, make it with me, but you'll only be able to get the recipe from the website. It's not in any of the cookbooks. It's cheese and broccoli slice. It is fabulous. It's one of my favorite slices. Another really good lunch idea instead of a sandwich. Let me hold this up. I mean, who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy? Guilt-free nachos. Oh yes, people. I'm going to dig in. Look at this. Anyway, I'll catch you for our last show on Tuesday. Don't forget, mentoring programs, the challenge starts on Monday, and I'll catch you then. Bye now.